After my in-scale locomotive manufacturer list, I asked if you all wanted a rolling stock manufacturer list, and the answer was pretty unanimous. Let's go over them, including one that you may have thought was gone. There are a lot of manufacturers of in-scale rolling stock. Not quite as many as HO, but still a lot. I'm going to talk about active manufacturers, the ones that are around today, and if I'm being honest, I'm probably going to miss one or two on the list. I will also preference this that I do not own a car from every company on this list, and I will specify these as I come to them. Also, since there are a lot of them, I'm going to be going over them a bit faster than I did the locomotive manufacturers. All right, let's get to it. Atlas has been around for over 100 years and is a big in-scale manufacturer. They make a wide variety of in-scale rolling stock, everything from box cars to flat cars to open and covered hoppers to passenger cars, tank cars, and even snowplows. I'm pretty sure that I have missed some of those, but I think you get the idea of how much they make. You can find loads of rolling stock from multiple eras. Atlas utilizes plastic wheels for their Trainman rolling stock and metal wheel sets for their Master line rolling stock, which is their high detail premium line, which is really nice. I only own one car of that. They also utilize microtrains compatible couplers. Atlas is always a solid choice. While Athearn does not make that many in-scale locomotives, they're actually a fairly prolific manufacturer of in-scale rolling stock. They have a good variety of cars, but one thing I would really note about Athearn in-scale rolling stock is the amount of car sets they offer. You're going to see a lot of tank car and hopper car sets. It's pretty easy to build a unit train with Athearn rolling stock. They utilize microtrains compatible couplers and metal wheel sets. Athearn is a great company for building in-scale unit trains. Bachmann Manufacturers has a little bit of everything. They have cars from multiple eras, but you're going to see a lot of transition era and mid-century rolling stock. You can also find some of 19th and turn of the century rolling stock as well. Bachmann rolling stock that you individually purchase is really good quality. They are also one of the makers of premium in-scale passenger cars such as Amtrak and a lot of smooth side cars as well. Bachmann has worked really hard to bring their quality to a high standard, and they have done a good job. They use metal wheels and have their own coupler design, and a lot of their couplers are body mounted, but it also plays nice with microtrains couplers. I have zero complaints about modern Bachmann rolling stock. Bluford Shops is a smaller manufacturer that you may not have heard of. They are an in-scale primary manufacturer, and while I don't have a bunch from them, what I do have is really top quality and I really like it. They are really known for hoppers, 86-foot box cars, and of course, cabooses. This is what they started with. They saw a gap in the market in scale for cabooses and they jumped on it. Bluford Shops utilizes metal wheel sets and microtrains compatible couplers. If you need the cars they manufacture, Bluford Shops is a good choice with a premium feel. Bowser is a company that I personally do not own any cars from yet, but I'm definitely planning on it after doing my research. They offer a lot of different cars. One thing that is really cool is they manufacture right here in the US in Pennsylvania, which is something you don't see much anymore. Bowser uses metal wheel sets and microtrains couplers. I will be buying some Bowser items very soon. Broadway Limited is primarily known for their locomotives, but they do have a fair bit of rolling stock and in scale. I have a lot of hoppers from them, as well as some cryogenic tank cars, box cars, and some rather unique stock cars. They are sound cars. You wave a magnet over them that they provide with it, and they activate and they will make sounds. And they don't just have the regular stock car sounds as well. They also have some fun holiday themed ones like Christmas, 4th of July, Halloween. Just a lot of cool things and a little fun thing to have on your layout. Broadway Limited also offers in-scale passenger cars as well. Broadway Limited's selection may be lower than some, but their cars are quality. They have metal wheels, microtrains compatible couplers, and they roll really, really well. Con-Cor. This is one that some of you may be like, huh? They're not around anymore. Well, you'd be wrong. Con-Cor is one of the oldest in-scale manufacturers and is still very much alive and kicking. And they manufacture in the US and Arizona. You can buy their items directly from their website. They have a reasonable selection of cars, including passenger cars, box cars, flat cars, and hopper cars, as well as intermodal containers. They offer a bunch of dummy locomotives for you DC guys. Their cars come with metal wheel sets and microtrains compatible couplers. Definitely check them out. Eastern Seaboard Models is a company that I had not heard of before Amherst this year. I do not own anything by them, but I'm definitely looking at checking them out in the future. They offer North American East Coast prototype models and have metal wheel sets and microtrains compatible couplers. Kato is one of the big boys in N-Scale, and it's because they're an N-Scale primary company, and they do offer rolling stock. Kato's rolling stock leans more towards passenger cars rather than freight. They do offer freight car sets like gondolas, hoppers, and intermodal well cars, and a set of mixed freight, but you're going to find many different passenger sets from Kato. I own 7 different sets myself. Kato utilizes metal wheel sets and their own line of couplers. Kato is definitely a place to check out for N-Scale passenger rail, especially if you want to do Amtrak and N-Scale. Microtrains line is one of the biggest companies for N-Scale rolling stock. Microtrains is literally the KD of N-Scale. Seriously, they used to be the same company until the 90s. Microtrains is known for having pioneered what has become the industry standard coupler, with most companies advertising that they have microtrains or microtrains compatible couplers for rolling stock. Microtrains is one of the big manufacturers. You would be hard-pressed to find an N-Scale collection without Microtrains rolling stock. Their cars are made in the US and Oregon, and they have just about everything out there. Microtrain strikes the balance between detail and durability, which is that sweet spot in N-Scale. They are detailed models, but not so detailed that they feel very fragile and difficult to handle. Microtrains also offers graffitied and weathered cars that frankly look amazing. So if you're uncomfortable with weathering your own cars, you can buy pre-weathered ones from Microtrains, and they regularly put out new ones. Their cars come with plastic wheel sets and their own couplers. They also make couplers, trucks, and wheels for just about any N-Scale car you can think of. I should mention that some of their premium N-Scale stuff now does have metal wheel sets. Microtrains products are definitely an N-Scale standard bearer and something you need to look into. Rapido Trains offers several different types of N-Scale freight cars, including hoppers, box cars, tank cars, and center beam flat cars. I don't own any of them yet, but Rapido is known for their quality, and I like them for their openness in putting out their production process for everyone to see. If you're a Canadian modeler, you definitely need to check out Rapido. Their cars have metal wheel sets and Microtrains compatible couplers. Scale Train's N-Scale rolling stock is frankly impressive. Their rivet counter lines of rolling stock are crazy detailed. I own some steel coil cars and flat cars from them, and they are pristine models. Scale Trains also owns Exact Rail and Fox Valley models and is beginning to put those out. There were some initial problems with some of the old Exact Rail stuff that Scale Trains was selling off with the wheel sets not staying in, but this will be resolved in future runs with the use of Fox Valley wheel sets. If you are having this issue, by the way, you can replace it with the Fox Valley .540 wheel sets. I personally have 12 Fox Valley coal hoppers on pre-order right now, and I'm so excited for them. Scale Train's rivet counter uses metal wheel sets and their own coupler system. Their Exact Rail and Fox Valley offerings have Microtrains compatible couplers. Tangent is a name I've heard from all the HO scalers, but when I was doing research, I found that they do N-Scale as well. Now their offerings are limited. They do a quad hopper and a covered hopper, but it is nice to see another HO primary company doing N-Scale. I do not own any Tangent models yet, but I feel like I should. And this isn't just because they're located in my home state of North Carolina. Tangent is known for quality, and I can't wait to try them out. Trainworx has quickly become one of my favorite rolling stock companies. Their main focus is N-Scale hopper cars, which makes sense considering that N-Scale tends to lean towards more modern model railroading, which sees more covered hoppers. Trainworx is very high quality and utilizes metal wheel sets and Microtrains compatible couplers. Trainworx is the only manufacturer I have walked into a hobby store and bought 5 of the same car with different road numbers completely on a whim. They are really good runners and always a solid choice. Those are the active model railroad manufacturers that I could find that make N-Scale rolling stock here in North America, not including Europe because I'm just not schooled up on European model railroading that much. I'm sure that I missed some though, so if I missed some, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what your favorites are in the comments. I can't wait to read them. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Stay safe, be kind, and happy railroading.